Hello everybody, welcome to this channel. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe to this channel. So today we are going on start new book, Lives Love You by Lucy Hay and Robert Holden. This is amazing book. If you are looking forward to it, then you can consider this video as a audio book kind of, and if you're interested in this kind of book too, please subscribe to this channel and share to your friend family who are interested in this kind of self-help book audio book. So let's get started without wasting any time. Lives Love You by Louise Hay and Robert Holden. 7 spiritual practices to heal your life. Lives Love You, also by Lucy Hay. This our book kit and all, if you are looking forward to it, to buy this kind of book. Gratitude, heal thoughts, etc, etc. So for children there are also kind of description here, CD programs and all, like these are all the mentions or DVDs, or you can buy this kind of thing, like you can buy physical book as well. So this is all the website of the publications or etc. So let's get started. This is all the starting of the book, Lives Love You. So this is all etc thing. So content is this introduction chapter. It has 7 chapter about the author introduction. So we should start with introduction or skip it. I have no idea. I think we should skip it, or no, I think we should continue this. The first time I met Lucy Hay in person was backstage at an I Can Do It conference in Las Vegas. Red Tracy, president of Hay House, introduced us. Welcome to the Hay House family, Louise said, as she gave me a warm hug. Lucy was due off stage in 10 minutes to welcome the crowd and introduce me as the first speaker of the day. May I do your makeup for you? She asked me. I don't wear makeup normally, but her offer was too good to turn down. Lucy worked on my face with an array of brushes, powders, creams, and something glossy for my lips. We had great fun. Everyone backstage was highly amused with her finishing touch. Lucy looked me in the eyes and said, Lives love you. Life loves you is one of Lucy's best loved affirmation. I think of it as her signature affirmation, the heart through that represented her life, her work. She loves to tell people life loves you. Each time I hear her say these words, I feel it like honey in my bones. Early on, I thought that Life Love You would be a great subject for Lucy Hay book. I mentioned it to Lucy. I also spoke to Red Tracy. Tell me where you are ready to help her write it. He said, I didn't think he was serious. Anyway, I was busy with my own writing project a few years past, and I wrote these new books for Hay House, Be Happy, for which Lucy wrote the foreword, Lovability and Holy Ship. The idea of a book about life loves you would pop into my mind occasionally, but I didn't do anything about it. The day after I finished Holy Ship, I did plan to play golf. Whoever by lunchtime, I did write a synopsis for Lives Love You, a book co-authored by Lucy Hay and Robert Holden. I had no choice
But to write the synopsis that morning, I didn't have to write about it. The words just trembled into the page. I saw the synopsis of my wife, Holly. Where did this come from? She asked me. I told her I was as surprised as she was. Send it immediately, she said. I emailed Patty Gift, my editor, on October 7. Later that day, Patty wrote that she and Red Tracy loved my synopsis and that Red would present it to Lucy. Lucy's birthday was October 8. On October 9, I got an email from her full of happy emotions, balloons, cake, hearts, and gifts. She wrote, I am so excited, Robert. How long have you been planning this? Dear one, I am honored to be a part of this special event. Life will help us in every way. Happy birthday to me. Such love, Lulu. Our book Life Loves You is the fruit of a dialogue between Lucy and me. I visited Lucy in San Diego, California, 3 times between Thanksgiving and Easter. We spent a total of 9 days together. I recorded all our conversations. We also scheduled regular calls on Skype. Over the years, Lucy and I have meet up at more than 20. I can do it. Conferences in Europe, Australia, Canada, and America. I have interviewed Lucy for the House Hey World Summit, and Lucy has attended several of my public talks and workshops. As you will see, I share stories and conversation from some of these meetings as well. Life Love You is an inquiry that takes you to the heart of who you are. It explores your relationship with the world. It asks deep questions about the nature of reality. In recent years, science has learned to see the world in a new way. For instance, we know now the atoms are not separate little things but expressions of universal energy. The universe of separate things never really existed. Everything is a part of everything. Each of us is part of greater unity. We have relationship with the stars, with each other, with all of creation. Science recognizes that the world is not just a physical place, it is also a state of mind. The universe begins to look more like a great thought than like a great machine, wrote Sir James Joyce, the English physicist exploring the consciousness of creation is the new frontier of science. Lucy and I believe that the basic building block of creation is not the atom, it is love. This love is not a sentimental thing. It is not just an emotion. It is the creation principle behind the dance of life. It is universal. It is intelligent. It is benevolent. We are all an expression of this love. It is our true nature. Life Loves You is both an inquiry and a practical exercise. Lucy is a spiritual pragmatist, and I am interested in philosophy only if it can be applied to everybody life. Hence we made the subtitle of our book 7 Spiritual Practices to Heal Your Life. There are 7 chapters and each chapter ends with a spiritual practice that helps you turn theory into experience. In addition to the 7 main practices, there are a number of other experiences too. You might like to do the exercises in the book with a partner or in a study group. Please don't skip them. Love is not just an idea after all. In chapter 1, Looking in the Mirror, we explore the mirror principle. This principle recognizes that our experience of the world mirrors our relationship with ourselves. We see things not as they are, but as we are. Thus, the world mirrors the basic truth about us, which is I am lovable, and it also mirrors our basic fear and I am not lovable. The world can be a dark and lonely place where we are estranged from our heart and do not love ourselves. However, one serious act of self love can help us experience creation's gentleness and see the world anew. Yeah. The spiritual practice for chapter 1 includes a practice called letting life love you and a meditation loves prayer. In chapter 2, affirming your life, Lucy and I talk about our school days and how we were first taught to see the world. I share a story about a lecture at college that changed my world view forever. It was called Do You Honestly Truly Really Believe That a Flat Tire Can Give You a Headache? Here we invite you to consider that life is not judging you, criticizing you, or condemning you. We suffer from our own psychology. Other people may hurt us too, but life itself is not against us. Why would it be? Life is deeply affirming. We are an expression of creation, and life wants us to be the unconditional self we truly are. The spiritual practice for this chapter is called 10 Dots. Chapter 3, Following Your Joy, is about listening to your inner guardians. Life loves you. Isn't it about getting your own way? It's about getting out of your own way. Your way, says Lucy. Lucy talks about her inner being, and I talk about my yes with a capital Y. Life is always trying to guide us, support us, and inspire us. Sometimes we are too caught up in our own story and lost in our personal misery to be able to see this. The spiritual practice is to create an affirmation board to help you follow your joy and live a life you love. Chapter 4, Forgiving the Past, is the midpoint of our inquiry. Here we investigate some of the common blocks of to letting life love you. For example, the fall from grace, the perceived loss of innocence and source of our learned unworthiness. We explored the guilt story, a tale told by the superego that once upon a time life loved me and I was lovable, but not anymore. We talk about inner child work and reclaiming our original innocence. The spiritual practice is called the forgiveness scale. It is not of the most powerful forgiveness exercise we know. In chapter 5, Being Grateful Now, Lucy and I took at the principle of basic trust recognized by psychologists as essential in both childhood development and adult life. Basic trust is what we are born with. It's knowing we feel it in our bones that we are part of creation and are supported by a loving and generous unity. Basic trust recognizes that life doesn't just happen to you, it happens for you. It sees that you have the best seat in the house for your life. Every experience, good or bad, happy or sad, bitter or sweet, offers you an opportunity to let life love you. The spiritual practice for this chapter, Daily Gratitude, combines gratitude with mirror work. Chapter 6, Learning to Receive, looks as the benevolent universe theory from Buddhism. Lucy shares her experience of painting a portrait of the Buddha called the Blessing Buddha. The painting took Lucy 5 years to complete. Painting it was a profound meditation that helped her to feel more deeply to loving kindness that exists in the design of life. Life is always trying to love us, but we need to be open if we are to say it, says Lucy. The spiritual practice for this chapter is a receiving journal. The purpose of this journal is to help you recognize more clearly how life is loving you right now. In chapter 7, Healing the Future, we arrive at the question, is the universe friendly? Albert Einstein is said to have called this the most important question we can ask. Lucy and I believe an equally important question is, how friendly am I? At the deepest level, our purpose in life is to be a loving mirror to the world. Our goal is not just to let life love us, but also to love life back. We are here to love the world. If each of us did this just a little bit more, the world would not be such a fearful place. The spiritual practice for chapter 7 is called Blessing the World. Lucy and I are so happy that you hold our book in your hand. We are grateful for the opportunity to write it together. We hope and pray that our work supports you all the more in letting life love you and in being a loving presence in this world. Lucy and Robert Holden, lives love you. So we will continue the chapter 1 later. It is the brief of this book, Lives Love You, about like chapter 1 to 7, an introduction part. If you're interested to continue this chapter 1 to 7, or if you're interested in this kind of book or want audio kind of thing, so subscribe to the channel and comment below, and we will meet in new video. So keep happy and healthy. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until then, bye bye and take care.